Hello and welcome to a new series on how to use Excel. Excel is a very powerful tool which can be used right from maintaining your daily accounts to create a full fledged financial accounting application to maintain all the accounting detail of your organization. Excel is used not only for maintaining your accounts and expense statement, but the application of Excel is actually limitless. Now, Excel has become part and parcel of the business world that many of the organization cannot do their business without using Excel. It is not only a spreadsheet, but it is a full-fledged analytical tool. You can analyze all your business data and arrive at business decisions. Many of us must be already using Excel for a long time. But are we using all the features of Excel and are we tapping the power of Excel? The answer may be no. So, in this series of videos, we'll be covering the subjects right from beginners to moderately proficient users to very advanced users. To benefit all type of users, we are going to split this particular video series into three different parts. The first part will be for the beginners where we will be learning how to use the Excel, how to format the cells, how to organize a simple table, and how to use simple formulas like sum, add, etc. And we will be continuing the course for the benefit of the moderately proficient users by introducing how to use the formulas effectively and how to use pivot table and all other advanced features. For the benefit of very advanced user, we will also be covering the advanced techniques like how to retrieve data from external sources and how to do the analysis like what if analysis and other analysis we have. And we also cover the VBA, how to use VBA to customize the Excel to do what we want. You have to note that in this video series, we are using Office 365, that is Microsoft 365 version of Excel. Many of us may be using the earlier version of Excel. So don't worry. So many of the features which what we are going to see here will be available in your previous version too. And if there are something which are not available in the previous version, so we will be explaining about it in the video so that you can skip it or you can use it in the newer version. If you don't have Excel at all, then also you don't worry. You can always access office.com to get the online version of Excel, and we have a separate video created for how to get access to the online version of Excel, that is Excel Online, and the link to that particular video is provided in the description of this video. Let us jump directly into the course. Happy learning. Okay, so let's open Excel and see all the features of Excel. To open Excel, you can either press your start button and see the icon which is available for Excel as application. Or if you are not able to see the Excel icon in your application, you can go to either all apps and see the Excel, or you can simply search for Excel, type Excel. It provides Excel app launcher and you can press it and you can open Excel. As soon as you open the Excel, you see a welcome screen or a home screen in which there are multiple sections. So let us quickly go through all these things. So you have your home, that is this screen, and you can create a new Excel sheet or you can open an existing Excel sheet from any of the folder in your computer. And similarly, if you want to create a new Excel worksheet, there is a template section. In the template section also you have option to create a new worksheet. And in addition to that, Excel has provided multiple ready-made templates for you to use and create your worksheets. So these templates, few are pure play templates which you can use as it is, and there are some help also provided by Excel by welcome to Excel and how to use the formula, how to use the pivot tutorial, everything. And this feature will navigate you step by step to create a new workbook or a new formula based workbook or create a pivot table, etc. And very useful for you. And you need to go through this to learn more about the tips and tricks of how to use Excel. Similarly, you can also see all your recently created documents or the Excel sheets. And if you want one particular Excel sheet to be always available to you, you can just right click and pin it. If and if you have pinned an Excel sheet, if you go to the pinned section, so that Excel sheet will be always available to you. And one of the most important feature of any Office 365 Microsoft 365 products is to share the document among your friends and colleagues. And you can share your Excel sheet to others for them to view and edit depending upon the access right what you are defining. And if some Excel sheet is shared to you by one of your friend or colleague, that also can be seen. Unfortunately, I don't have anything shared to me. So if something is shared to me, we can see it in the list. Okay, let us start now with creating a new workbook. So as we said earlier, like a new workbook can be created either through the template, which is available to us in the template section, or you can press the new. So let us start with a blank worksheet. So the first thing, as soon as your worksheet has been created, we recommend the first thing what we need to do is to provide a proper name to it. We can do by multiple ways. One of the way is go to the top and see as soon as a new worksheet has been created, Excel provides a name by default. So it will be book 1, 2, 3, depending upon the number of documents which are already created with the name work. So let us open it. And if I click it, so it will ask you to provide a name. So I give a name called my first worksheet, or we call it as my first workbook. So we'll talk about what's the difference between a worksheet and workbook in a short time. So then we need to choose the location where it need to be saved. By default, since I have already included my OneDrive, so it is suggesting to save it in OneDrive. But if you want to save it in your local computer, what you can do is go here. You can choose the folder in on any of the OneDrive, or you can choose the more option either from this location or from here. Click here and it will open your computer. Go to this PC and you can save it in your document or your desktop wherever you want. But it is always recommended to save your documents in OneDrive because OneDrive provides multiple facilities to save the document with autosave feature. So to see how an autosave feature looks works, so let me save it in my OneDrive. So I'm going to save in Excel training, my first workbook. I'm saving this document. Now, as soon as I started saving this document in OneDrive, if you look at the left hand side, there is a feature called Autosave, which is on. So that means whenever I'm typing this document, Excel will be saving the document continuously. So even if I'm closing this Excel sheet without saving my document, I don't need to worry about because my work is always saved continuously. Okay. So now let us create this document. I'm not going to create any table or anything. To start with, let us start with a simple, I type a text over here. Okay. So I say that this is my first workbook. And if you are saving your document in your local computer, then you should definitely press the save by pressing this save icon. Or you look at that, there is a shortcut also is already provided, that is Control S. So anyone by any one of the means you need to save it. Otherwise, like when you're closing this particular Excel sheet, Excel will ask you for confirmation, do you want to save? You need to save it. Now, for the benefit of users who are not using OneDrive, but they want to save the document or the Excel sheet in their local folder, let us see how to save in the local folder also once again. So I can go to File and I have to say Save a Copy, and I can choose the more options. I'm choosing my desktop and let me give a different name to it. I say it is my desktop version. Okay. Now it is saved, and you need to note As soon as I'm saving a document as a different copy, the last saved copy only will be open. Now my document is not in my OneDrive. My document is still saying autosave is enabled as on. Why? Because my desktop is linked to OneDrive. So let me just switch off autosave for a minute. So if I'm typing it, this is my second line. And if I'm closing this particular Excel sheet without saving, so it will ask you for a save confirmation. So want to save your changes to this one? Yeah, you have to save it. Now, if you are not using OneDrive, let me open my document once again. Let me go to my desktop and open it. If I open it, if I am going to my file, then I will see two options. Either I can save or I can save as. So the difference between these two are, if it is saved, the current document will be saved. And if I press the save as, you can save the document as a copy. Maybe you can give a different name to it and save it. Well, we will be seeing all the features of how to structure a document, format a document, and the features available in the home menu in our later video. Let us quickly go through few of the important things which you should be aware of. So, what we are seeing here is called a worksheet. A worksheet consists of columns and rows. So all these numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 up to whatever it is called the rows. And the columns are always represented with alphabet up to Z or Z. And after Z, it will start once again with A, B. It will go like that. You have option to change this alphabetical naming to a numbered column number through an option. So we will see that later because it will be too complicated for a beginner to work with. So every cell is represented through a cell address. So if I am in column, if I am in this cell, that is at row 1 and column A, so the cell address of this particular cell is A1, the name of the column and the row number. So if I am putting a X here at column G and row 4, the cell address will be G4. Like that, if you are going to the farther right, and I'm placing my cursor over here in AL and row 3, so it will be AL3. So we will be using this column reference or the cell reference very frequently when we are working on the formulas and other related techniques. So everybody should be aware of this cell numbering or cell address structure. So now in the cell I have typed few text, and here also I typed an alphabet. So what else can you include? What else can you type inside a text? Almost you can type anything you like. So it may be a text, it may be a number, or it may be a decimal number, or it may be a date, or it may be a currency. To make it a currency, I need to go here, go to general, and say it is Indian rupee or an US dollar, anything you can type. Similarly, you can create a percentage, multiple things you can enter. So we will go through all these things in the coming videos step by step for a beginner, and then we will be going ahead with techniques which an advanced user can use it. So that's all for today. So it is only an introduction video. So we'll be going in detail and learning everything what you can do with Excel. So to enable a good learning, what we were doing is like we'll be creating a small application to maintain your daily expense statement. So that will help us to learn easily about how to effectively use Excel for your actual requirement. So In the coming session onwards, so we'll be start building that expense statement application. In that, we'll be using all the techniques. I hope this will be a very useful journey, and I'm also so excited to conduct this particular session. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please support us by liking and sharing our video. And in addition to that, please provide your comments on how we can improve it. That will be definitely helpful for us. Thank you. Thank you very much.